What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be checking out a title called Dust Raiders. I had not heard about this title up until the Steam Next Fest started recommending it just really aggressively, so I guess Steam's algorithm must have me pegged as a Road Warrior fan, and that's good news because I'm an unabashed, unapologetic child of the 80s. I love Road Warrior. I like anything post-apocalyptic with rusty vehicles slamming into each other, flamethrowers, guys on bungees playing guitar, all that kind of fun stuff. I like it all. And so today we're going to take a look at the demo for this game, which is right now publicly available on the Steam Next Fest. You can check this out as well. They said we can play the first 15 days or so of the gameplay. I played for about 20 or 25 minutes just to sort out the controls and figure out the game and how it all works. So we won't be tutorializing too hard out here today, but it seems to be a sandboxy game about running your own gang base in the middle of a post-apocalyptic wasteland, and you can recruit new pilots, you have a caravan, you're like delivering goods and traveling them around. A little bit of strategy, a little bit of RPG, a little bit of management game, and that's fine by me because I like all of those things. For the next 25 minutes or so, we're going to be playing the game, checking it out, and seeing if it deserves a hallowed spot on your wish list. You can find a link to the demo down below if you wanted to try it out for yourself. On top of that, you can find a bunch of other Nerd Castle links down there just in case you wanted to come hang out or support the channel, but let's dive on into it.
No one remembers the beginnings of the eternal storm. It's been here, with us, always, devouring everything. But we've stood against it and we endure. It's my home, the Refinery, a decent place to live, better than most. The caravans come and go, taking our fuel. They're the lifeblood of the Wasteland. But with the riches comes danger. Hungry wolves from the Wasteland, ever ready to take what's not theirs. Sawblade, the self-appointed lord of the Wasteland. He brought the end to our peace. He brought blood, fury, desperation, death. Yet, here I am. Alive, but battered. I remember the days when we built all this, and I know we can do it once again. The road's ahead. It's waiting.
Without a ride, there's no way to track a motorized gang or survive the desert, so for right now, I'm screwed. The refinery's barely holding on, and if I don't fix that, everybody left here is gonna die of thirst. The workshop's always the heart of the refinery and the best place to grab a vehicle and a crew. Alright, so let's go to the workshop. That's where we're gonna meet Nix. Stop dragging your feet. The refinery's not going to rebuild itself. The sooner you start hauling goods, the faster we can get back on track. If you want to be useful, haul your ass into the desert and scavenge something worthwhile. The gangsters who raided us, they've got to have left something behind, and I need parts to fix the rides. Get moving unless you're planning to hoof it in between enclaves like a damn idiot. Okay, and so that's going to bring us on out to leaving to the Wasteland. We got to go find our parts so that we can fix up our vehicle. We can travel on foot, although from what I've experienced so far, it's a very limited part of the game. A groan leads you to a wreck of a car with a mounted heavy gun. You see a shattered axle and blood-soaked sand. A wounded biker lies in the back wailing like a dog abandoned by its pack, cursing the crew that left him to die. He raided a refinery and now he's bleeding out on a hunk of junk. Sympathy? None. But the car and the man might have value. As you approach, he eyes you warily, unsure if you're here to save him or finish him off. You realize that you can drag him to the refinery, or you can take the gun and the ammo for yourself. Well, seeing as this guy just murderously raided me, wrecked my entire home, and I assume assaulted the people that I consider to be family, and so screw the raider, take the gun from the wreck. The guy howls in despair as he realizes you're leaving him to die. You kick him off the car and get to work dismantling the weapon, and while you're at it, you take parts from the engine too. Nothing usable gets left behind. We got ourselves a rocket launcher, we got ourselves some vehicle parts. That's a good start. How many games let you get a rocket launcher in the first 4 minutes of gameplay? You think it's just another dune, but it's actually hiding a wreck. You dig first with your hands and then with a piece of scrap metal. After hours of work, you discover a tank. Not some beat-up gang rider delivery truck, but a full-on tank. That's why it's still in one piece. Back then, they really knew how to build stuff. We can keep digging, even though there's a risk it's packed with unexploded ordnances, or you can leave the tank and scout the area for anything useful. Nah, man, I'm staying on top of this Sherman right here. A tank like this could turn the tide against Sawblade, but there's no way that you're going to make it move. Instead, you gut the beast for parts. Whatever was here before left a stash inside. Priceless supplies, no matter how old. We got some wheat and we got some parts. Wheat was not what I was expecting to find inside of a tank. In all fairness, that kind of surprises me. Let's go to the workshop. We'll repair our vehicle. A car alone isn't going to be enough. Without a decent gun, you're not going to make it more than a kilometer out there. Get to the workshop, see what you can cobble together from the junk that you managed to haul back. We've got 75 bucks right now, so we can build a Ripper. And then we can go over to the garage and we can actually kit out our vehicle right here. So I'll throw the rocket launcher on there. We'll throw the Ma Deuce on there. Time to hit the Wasteland before the wind erases Sawblade's trail. That bastard owes you for the refinery and the death of our friends. The locals in nearby enclaves must know where he ran off to. He doesn't know it yet, but his days are numbered. We need to gear up and prepare to take on the entire gang. Better weapons, a sturdier base. That means gathering trade goods and making a few stops. I'm coming with you. Let's start west. They're supposed to need grain over there, and lucky for us, we've got plenty of the crap. All right, let's throw Nyx in here. She gives us a special ability where when we win a battle, 20% of the damage taken is actually repaired on the spot, so that's good. If we had recruited the other guy, I would guess he probably had some kind of special supplementary ability that would have helped us in the Wasteland as well, but unfortunately, well, not that unfortunately. I believe in no mercy for the enemy, so he got his just desserts. Let's head out to the west. Now we got ourselves a car, we should be making pretty good time. You haven't even made it a kilometer from the refinery when a dust cloud rises on the horizon. Probably some hawkers lying in wait for a fuel shipment, or just maybe Sawblade's leftover scum from the siege. Either way, it's time to deal with them and see what you're made of. Will the metal plates riveted to your ride hold up under fire? Will you manage to not lose your precious cargo, or will you shit yourself at the sight of screaming hawkers charging at you? You're gonna get your answers soon enough. Well, you already know the answer to the last one. That's right, I wore my charcoal britches today. That's why we wear the brown pants. So combat in this game is real time. You can actually go around and fight with enemies. If we get into range, we can target him right there. He went a little bit wide. I don't want to blow myself up, though. Let's ram him real quick. Get him off of our business real fast. Pull back over here and get me some range, and then launch a missile at him. There we go. Oof, he ate that one straight to the dome piece, dude. We didn't take that much damage, and we recovered 2 scraps, so you blew them to bits. Another victory in the Wasteland. All right, sounds good to me. Let's go ahead and travel west like they advised it to do so. Be careful about your fuel in this game. It goes down very, very rapidly, and if you run out, it's not good for you. You don't want to run out of gas. Let's hit the service station. We'll buy some gas. We'll fix up the vehicle. But it is important to note that repairs and filling up your gas tank are completely and totally free at your home base. So if you can manage it, always try to repair your stuff at your home base. We've got some things to sell. These little numbers are these little arrows. Green means that you can buy it at a good price, and then red means that you can sell it at a good price. Let's offload our loot. So we've got that wheat right there, so we'll sell that real quick. Hey, my friend, I know Sawblade wronged you all, and for that reason, I'm going to make an exception and tell you where to find him, even if it brings trouble my way. He's camped far to the east beyond a vast chasm, which can supposedly only be crossed via the Lone Bridge. Maybe you'll find your vengeance there. Okay, we've also got some scrap that we can sell off. So I would say, hey, let's offload the scrap a little bit. And it looks like it fills up their supply. So I'm sort of wondering if you fill up their supply right here, if it'll actually adjust the prices and this will become a green arrow. And if you if you buy up everything, they have a shortage, so it'll actually change it around so they'll buy it. I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out long term. They've got something in the shelter over here. We can get new crews. For 80 bucks, we can get Rivet, and he makes it so our repair costs are cheaper. Alba makes it so that our special weapons hit harder, or we can rest till the next day. Inside the workshop, they do have some new weapons over here. Weapons do come color-coded, and they can be upgraded. I was playing a little bit earlier, and I got Mark II items and whatnot that had a blue background, so I'm guessing it's got sort of like, not Diablo-style loot, but it does have tiered loot, where they do upgrade and they do get better as you get further on into the game. On the job board, it looks like we've got a personal belonging that's been lost to the southeast of Moonshine. We've also got locals have relatives and family nearby. Deliver letters and collect payment for the effort. A simple job. Okay, does it tell me where? Take it to Pump Jack. I don't know where Pump Jack is, so let's just go southeast for right now. and see if we can find these personal belongings. It's a little bit of money anyways. Flip the vehicle around, and hopefully this isn't too far out because our fuel range is terrible right now. What is that? Greenery's a rare sight around here. You spot a cluster of trees and bushes by a murky pool and you decide to risk it. When you get there, you find corpses. People, animal, even scavenger birds, all in various states of decay. The pool reeks of death and the plants only mask the poison. You don't need a test to know. This water is of no use, even for flushing a toilet. Let's go loot the vehicles, I guess? There are gang cars, a small caravan, even a settler wagon. All of them have been thoroughly stripped of fuel and goods, and it looks like somebody got here before you. Your only option now is to try starting one of the vehicles. Oh, nice, dude. We got a cruiser. Hell yeah. My fuel is not great right now. Are these the personal belongings, maybe? The handful of salvage? Let's head back before we run out of fuel. And hopefully we can refuel out here. At first it seems like a mirage. One person trekking through the dunes that climb hundreds of meters high. You halt the caravan and raise your binoculars, and it's no hallucination. A figure cloaked in desert camo with goggles, a scarf obscuring their face, and something hefty strapped to their back that looks suspiciously like a weapon. Nomad? Raider? Ambush? The questions pile up, but no answers come. No one in their right mind roams the desert alone. The choice is yours. Stay put, confront the stranger, or fire up the engine and leave them to the sand. One person can't be that much of a threat. Let's see. Let's let him approach. He's approaching us right now. As the figure draws closer, you order him to explain himself. When he lowers his scarf, you half expect a mutant, a ghoul, or a phantom of the waste. Instead, just an ordinary wanderer. He explains that his vehicle got stuck in quicksand a few kilometers back and it forced him to go on foot to survive. Now he has no choice. He wants to join the caravan, at least until the next enclave. Okay. He makes our main weapon and our special weapon deal more damage, so I'll take it. Let's head back to Moonshine real quick before we run out of fuel here. And let's go to the service station. And actually, I wanted to take a look at the garage and see what we've got going on with the garage. So this is a lot more fragile, but I'm sort of curious about whether or not it gets better fuel efficiency. What does that button do? I'm scared to click it. Maybe we always have the roamer, but it looks like I maybe got the job board here. Yeah, it gave me the cargo crate, but I didn't see it say anything about it, so that's good. Let's claim our reward and get paid. Damn, it seemed like it was all lost, but you managed to retrieve some valuable scraps. Good to know there's people out there who still care about the little things. Okay, yeah, a little bit of cash on top is fine by me. Let's refuel real quick. Let's buy a ripper for this other vehicle so that we can piece it together in the garage. So throw a ripper on there. And let's add him as crew, so this thing's cruising along with us. It doesn't have any armor, though. And it doesn't have any armor slots, unfortunately. So this little guy right here in his Toyota Technical, or honestly, it kind of looks like a Dodge Dakota to me from the body style. But anyways, this little tiny truck right here is not going to be able to take that much of a beating compared to our main vehicle. What I was curious about is that I was kind of hoping that we could buy gas cans that allow us to refuel our tanks, because man, this thing, it goes down fast, very, very fast, and so I'm looking for a solution to that problem. Let's leave the enclave and let's cut out west a little bit and just see what's out here. We're sort of in that phase of the game where we're trying to get our bearings and figure out where everything's at, and whether or not there's anything out here to actually be explored. Looks like a palm tree back there. Let's go back and explore. I would definitely recommend they increase the amount of fuel that you have. Being able to drive for less than 15 seconds seems a little bit gratuitous. Like, I would raise this number up to maybe like 50 when you start out. That way you can actually cruise around a little bit and explore without having to constantly go back. And if that's what we're going to be doing, exploring, let's go back over to our base and explore around that first, because we get free fuel over here and our cash flow is a little bit subpar at the moment. Back this thing up and flip it around, and let's just kind of like see what's out here, what distance we can hit. So it looks like there's something right here. The trail practically led itself here. Dust clouds, tracks carved deep into the sand, and the scorched remains of looted settlements spread out over dozens of kilometers. You figured it out pretty quick. They have a base nearby. Damn hawkers, they think that they own the Wasteland. Now it's payback time. You won't find Sawblade here, but the camp is a solid setup for a sizable gang. Parts, scrap, fuel, food, even women and children. The whole crew went off on a raid, leaving the base wide open. You can do whatever the hell you want with it. Let's have big energy and just charge the base. As you approach, you hit the makeshift mines buried in the sand. Not all the drivers make it, but you storm the base, throwing everything into chaos. A quick grab. Whatever's nearby is yours. You're gone before the gang, their families, or their fighters can react. So we got some electronics. Okay, that sounds cool. Can I loot any of that right there? Doesn't look like it. Let's head back to base real quick. On the horizon, you spot a pillar of black smoke. Instantly, you know you need to prepare for a fight. You'll encounter raiders there, no doubt. No one else is stupid or bold enough to broadcast their location like that, and worse still, your route takes you in that direction. You approach cautiously, giving yourself time to react. At the scene, you find a crew of hawkers doing what these scumbags do best. Not guzzling moonshine, they're ripping apart rigs of some poor bastards from another caravan they ambushed earlier. Bodies lie scattered, either dead or tied up as the gang loads stolen gear onto their vehicles. Nobody's paying attention to you. You can slip by unnoticed, or you can avenge the fallen and rid the Wasteland of one of Sawblade's crews. Let's fight them. We haven't done a lot of combat here. So how far can I shoot a missile? I was going to say, dude, if I can fire a missile, fire a missile. You get back over here. Let's focus fire. Get in there. He's got ram. These guys aren't moving too much, so I'll probably just finish him off with machine guns real quick. We've got an obstruction coming, so we need to get him out of the way. So reroute and go after him, but not before I tag him with a missile launcher. There we go. Pull on up beside him. Pull on up beside him. Get some gunfire going. Let's ram him off onto the side of the road, and there's nothing but burnt scraps left. Hell yeah, brother. Oh, there's another one. Okay, pull back this way. Oh, there's more of them. Interesting. Okay, so more guys can add on to this fight. Launch a missile at him for the big damage. I can't see his health bar right now, but pull in. Get him with a ram. See if it finishes him off. You come down here and fight him. You come down here and fight him. Set him as a target. As soon as missiles back up, fire it. Ooh, barely dodged that one right there. You pull back and get out of range real quick. Get away from the fight. Does he have infinite range or something? I'm actually a little bit vexed. I don't think we're out of here just yet. I think it's still going down. There he is right there. Okay, one of my vehicles is down. They were right, this was a dangerous fight. Get out of the way of the obstruction. Put some gunfire on him. Let's get him with a missile. Let's pull up next to him so we can get some ram damage. I wonder if my vehicles die permanently. Oh, he doesn't want to get rammed. He knows what I'm planning. He's working on it. He's trying to outrun me right now. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Okay. I mean, my missile launcher takes no prisoners, man. I don't mind. I can kill you right now. We lost one of our vehicles, so we're going to have to fix that up, and Hulk looks like he was killed along with the Ripper. But we did get some waste, and we got some parts. So that might be useful for maybe patching things back on up. Maybe taking the fight was... I thought I was going to get better stuff, all right? I thought they were going to give me cool things. Oh, no, the vehicle's just gone. We just don't have that vehicle anymore. Brutal. Okay, well, let's refuel. We'll repair everything back up. In the workshop, we can't really do too much right now, but we do have a lot of cargo. So let's leave the Enclave, and let's just kind of travel east and look around and see what we find. I want to clear out some fog of war before we go much further. Hey, there's Pump Jack right there. Okay, so we can take the Pump Jack quest now to earn some money. Can we buy vehicles in any of these places? Looks like we've got a bad sell price over here. But it looks like we can sell electronics, okay? So let's sell off the 2 electronics and get a little bit of money in our pocket. So these guys want luxuries. They want a bunch of stuff. But they do have deliver a small crate to Bazaar. I don't know where Bazaar is at, so we're going to have to figure that out. Inside the workshop, there are a couple things that we can buy here. The one that I'm most interested in is the Stunner. It's a special weapon, and we have an extra special weapon slot, and it says that it stuns the enemy for 5 seconds, which to me seems like a really good idea. Like, being able to stun lock an enemy seems really strong. What's their gas looking like right now? Not that expensive? Okay, yeah, let's do that. That sounds all right to me. Let's buy the stunner. We'll go to the garage, and we will throw the stunner on the special weapon slot. That way we've got a few more supplements to play around with. None of these jobs, I don't know where the stuff is for these jobs, and so I don't think we're going to take it just yet. Let's swing wide in the off chance that we uncover something over here. We'll do a quick fuel stop right here, and then we'll take that job that's down in Moonshine, and we'll bring it back up here for a little bit of extra cash. So let's refuel real quick, and then we'll hit the road. We haven't gone to the northwest yet either, and so I kind of want to look in that direction too. Hopefully we can find like a mod or something that gives us a bigger fuel tank. Like, I would like this to be like 20 or 30. It feels really prohibitive how small your fuel tank is at the beginning of the game. I would recommend maybe upping that to 20 by default, just because being able to drive for all of 15 seconds is not super engaging gameplay, I guess. And so this might be a little prohibitive for what they're trying to do at the moment. Let's go to the job board, and they want me to take a large crate to Pump Jack for 85 bucks. I'll take the job for sure. We got to get there in 10 days, but that shouldn't be that difficult. We've got launchers. We've got light sheets that give us more armor. Armor in this game flatly removes damage, so I don't think it's a terrible choice for us to play around with, but I'm not totally sold just yet. Let's refuel. For 100 bucks, this guy lowers our fuel consumption by 15%. I'm willing to take it because it's ticking down really quickly, and so I think 15% is actually going to be pretty helpful here. Inside the trader, it looks like we've got not the greatest prices on anything, but we are above average on selling off our gear right now, our parts, our car parts, so let's sell those just to give ourselves a little bit of a touch-up on our cash. And then I put him in the vehicle, right? All right, he's inside the vehicle. So let's drop this stuff off over here and just do a light delivery operation. And hopefully that'll be good enough. Refuel real quick. Leave here. And then let's take this up to Pump Jack real quick to see what it does for us. Looks like we hit a rough patch in the road right there that slowed us down a little bit. All right, so in Pump Jack, we'll drop this off, get our 80 bucks. Service station will refuel. They've got good prices on just about everything to buy. Even selling at the average will turn a profit. I think it would be like an $8 profit on each of these that I can move down to Moonshine. But before I do that, let's trek out a little bit and see what we can find out here. You've got no clue what this shady spot guarded by dead trees once was. Yellow-white crosses jut out from the sand, some draped with tattered plastic flowers and weathered marble vases. Narrow cobbled paths crisscross the area, too tight even for a motorbike, and lead nowhere. At the end of the line of dead trunks looms a crumbling stone building. Granite walls with carved plaques in the shadows are battered and cracked, or carved plaques in the windows are battered and cracked, and bones litter the area. The sand is marked with human footprints, blood, fresh blood and guts. Entrails glitter under the harsh sunlight, leading straight to the gaping holes in the structure's facade. Let's explore the trail of blood, I guess. Driving up to the building, you're hit by the stench of rotting flesh. Beneath the desert wind lies a nauseating squelch echoing from the structure's dark voids. Bloodstains streak the sand, leading to ominous openings, and then out of nowhere, a half-gnawed human femur clatters to the ground nearby. Something's definitely wrong. Let's search with caution. The unease is thick, but you find a handful of valuable scraps before the creeping feeling of being watched becomes unbearable. Whatever's nearby, it's better left alone. Oh, we got luxuries, dude. We need those for these jobs up here. Okay, let's bring the luxuries back real fast because they were requesting these. So, job board. Deliver luxuries. Take the job and then claim the reward. Oh no, did the other job go away? There was 2 of them before, or maybe they all despawned to stop you from being a cornball. That's fine, let's go to the workshop and see what we can afford. We can get another cruiser, but we don't really have anybody to pilot it right now, which is a little bit of a bummer. And we can't afford a weapon for it anyways, even if we take it, that'll leave us kind of broke. So let's refuel real quick, and then we're gonna keep scouting a little bit until we find like a free guy that we can assign to help us out. Watching my fuel carefully for when we hit about half so that I can head back home. Unfortunately, we didn't really find anything, so maybe we'll do better if we go to the northwest over here next to our bank, or next to our base. All right, so we've got that right there. Let's go to the refinery and check this on out. This feels pretty good to play, and I like how visceral and chunky the combat is. I also like that it's real time. The game crashed on me one time when I did something out of order in the tutorial, and I think it just had like some massive logic failure that booted me on out. First, you assume it's just another settlement or some crappy enclave in the middle of the desert, but the silhouette on the horizon is too unique. Tall towers rise in several places, and the whole thing is surrounded by an impenetrable steel fence. As you approach, the towers open fire. The bastards have machine guns. Rounds mark the sand, drawing the limits of their range and your safety. There's no way to get closer without risking the caravan. Let's draw the fire onto the vehicle and loot whatever we can. Once you break through the death zone, you scale the towers one by one, disabling automated turrets, stripping them for parts, and gathering all the remaining ammo. From now on, nobody in the Wastelands will dare to mess with you. It didn't come without losses. So we took half damage right there, but we also got a Ripper Mark II that does 5 more damage per shot than our old Ripper did. Okay, let's look at our caravan real fast. Did that get auto-equipped? It did not. It's actually an extra weapon, but we can't equip it without a garage. So let's pull back to base and see what we can get. It says no go right there. At first, you think it's a tornado, a massive dust cloud rising from the steppe and growing into a towering wall that slowly encircles the caravan. The sounds of rushing air, thunderous crashes, and rumbling echoes like an oncoming storm. But the sky remains clear and the vortex isn't pulling up grass or loose stones. It ain't a tornado, it's an ambush. The surrounding noises shift, becoming a growl of engines, the crazed shout of raiders, and the metallic clatter of weapons being loaded. A sizable hawker crew has managed to surround you, and while there's a slim chance to break through, you don't have much time. They must have spread themselves thin to pull off a trap this wide. We can bribe them. We have a 50% chance to break through, or we can square off and fight them. Let's go with the fight. I ain't never back down from nobody. Let's do this thing. You move down to here. And give me a rocket launcher blast on him. I think we missed. Oh, no, we hit him. All right, go ahead and get up on him. Can I ram forward? All right, stun him so that he's no longer an issue. We're going to pull up alongside him. We're going to ram him. Isolate him from the rest of his pack. Come down here, stun him up. Keep him stunned. Pull back. And then rocket launcher him. Good stuff. One down. Who's up next? Okay, let's pull up fast. We got another one coming in from behind us. Get him with the ram. Oh, dude, he got away from us. Okay, these guys are way faster than I am, so we're going to have to rely on stunning to get the job done. Keep firing with the upgraded. Pull forward. Yeah, they're way quicker than I am. Okay, get out of this range right here. We've got debris coming on in. Stun him. Give him a ram. Pull back. Missile launcher. Good stuff. All right, pull up on him and keep the guns on him. Ugh, the terrain is not doing me any favors right now. Neither is the fact that these guys seem to have infinite range and they can fire at any distance. Get rid of one of them just to eliminate the DPS on us for right now. He's not lined up, so we can't do anything right there. But let's stun him with the gasser and then get him with a missile. He's now down. Get out of the way of the debris. Oh, the fight's over. Okay, just in time. But we got some scrap and we got some waste. Very fun stuff. I like it. This right here is called Dust Raiders. Hopefully you guys like it too. I'm interested in seeing how the open world portion of the game forms on out. I've always loved little merchant games, and so this is right up my alley. I did have a crash, so that was unfortunate. They're going to need to get that technical aspect all nice and tightened up. But from there, it seems like the kind of thing I would play. My first impressions are positive. I'll see y'all later. Thanks for hanging out, and that's all I got for you, folks. Bye till next time.